Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
From the land of lemons, magic, and neighbors who still wave, it's Voices of the Valley. Join hosts Jim and John as they shine a spotlight on local businesses, city council news, community events, and all the colorful characters that make the Santa Clara River Valley feel like home. From Santa Paula to Fillmore and Piru, this is your hometown podcast, Voices of the Valley.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Do not adjust your dial. This is formerly Listen Up Santa Paula. We are expanding our horizons. So this is the official episode 1.
I saw that. So the previous podcast, how many episodes did we actually do?
I think we hit 170.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So for the better part of 3 years we did that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep. And I mean, it's still pretty much the same format. It's just that we're going to include our sisters, Fillmore and Piru.
Yeah. Expanding our horizons.
Yeah.
A little bit, so.
I think I was looking at some stats.
Yeah.
And with Santa Paula, Fillmore, and Piru combined, our citizenship is still only about 50,000 people.
Yeah, and all the surrounding. I think we had figured it was 50 to 55,000 people in the surround. When you take all the unincorporated areas too.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't even equate to a mid-sized city.
no.
I mean, Ventura is over 100,000 people.
Well, I think the next one you would do, because Moore Park's 36, Camarillo's probably 60 to 70,000. So that might be the equivalent to a Camarillo.
Yeah.
If you look at population wise. But yeah,
So combined, I think it makes total sense because the 3 cities need a voice.
yeah, and I've always advocated for that since I started when I was working with the chamber. It's like we're better, we're stronger together.
Yeah,
we need to get more support for the valley. Use it as more of a regional approach,
right?
And
right, because I think if somebody comes into one city, they're likely to maybe stop at another.
Yeah, I mean it's 10 minutes away from any city. You can look at that,
Yeah.
So
So we decided that seeing that you have made an adjustment in your life, that we would make an adjustment in our life.
Yeah, it made more sense for us to do, and we've been talking about doing this for a while anyway.
We have.
And it just made sense, kind of just wipe the slate clean. Let's just expand our horizons and show support for everybody in the valley.
That's right.
Yes.
So that's exactly what we're going to do.
And hopefully this translates into other organizations that more support the valley. A good one is the Boys and Girls Club. They have facilities in Santa Paula, Fillmore, and Piru.
Right, and it's run by one
organization. Yeah, which I'm currently the president of the board, so I'm advocating for them too.
Oh.
But there's other organizations that work in multiple cities in the valley here. So it makes sense for us to expand this too.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, there's a lot of good things that are going on in Fillmore. Piru is, trying to get their game going. And
Piru is like the hotbed in the valley right now, though. I mean, they're doing a lot.
Well, it's a lot of heat.
Well, that's true. It's a lot hotter out there, but man, I mean, they're doing some great stuff out there.
So I don't know if you're aware of this, but I was of the impression that the lake was going to be drained in the next year or two.
That's what they were saying.
That is not true.
No,
I was talking with somebody, and that's in the know. And they said that they're going to be able to do all of the repairs and restorations to the dam without draining it.
Yeah, so, which I had heard something like that, but they were talking maybe a year ago that they were just going to drain it completely to do the whole thing in one shot. But I'm glad they're doing that.
So it was Kate with the police department.
Okay.
And so she said that rumor's been going around, but it's not true, which is huge for Piru.
Well, yeah,
because if that would have shut down, that would have shut down everything.
Yeah, because that's a main tourist attraction for them.
Right.
And then, who knows how long the repairs would take if they did that. You hopefully wouldn't go into next summer because that's their prime time too.
Right.
But no, I'm glad to see that because Lake Piru's done a lot of great improvements in that facility.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I had a conversation with one of the representatives probably about 2 months ago, and they were showing me all the improvements to the campgrounds, and they're going to expand the campgrounds and all the stuff they've done around the lake, and so it's really cool to see what they've done.
Nice.
We camped there many years ago, and it was an okay place, but it needed a lot of help, and I'm glad they're actually investing a lot of money into it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So the chamber, not the chamber, sorry, the council, the planning commission met yesterday.
Okay.
Doing a lot of ordinance changes, nothing.
That's been going on for a while. They've been reviewing all the ordinances and just updating them. It's been a long time.
They said
it's
done it. 1979 was the last time they were really done.
Things have kind of changed since then.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And so they were updating the low-income housing ordinance and the Christmas lights. Because in the ordinance it was saying that you couldn't have any flashing or strobing lights. And so
for houses?
Just in general, you couldn't have it. So if it blinked more than once every 30 minutes, it was considered a flashing light. So
okay, who wrote that ordinance?
I don't know.
Well, back then they probably didn't have that. Maybe it was a newer technology, because remember they used to have the old bigger bulbs and stuff. Maybe now that the technology's changed, that
so
now it's a whole freaking light show.
Well, they updated it to allow exemptions for holiday displays and things of that nature, and they do have an ordinance for if it's a nuisance. So if somebody's shining a light into your neighbor's house or something like that, they can address. They can address it through that. They don't need this ordinance in order to control, somebody putting a spotlight down on their neighbors.
Well, unless they don't like them. So
and then they can get them for a nuisance. So, but they modified that and basically giving a grace. It's never really been an issue, so they kind of were not taking. They weren't going to really make it a strict ordinance because. So they left some latitude in there, just saying for a holiday.
Well, a lot of what the city does, a lot of it, they know these ordinances are way beyond what they are. And so they use their better judgment on that. So how to control that. But I'm glad they're updating the ordinances. That's good.
So let's do this. Okay. Little change of scenery.
Good.
So that was pretty much it for the planning commission meeting. Fillmore
that though, right? They're still going to continue the ordinance because
they're still this is a very long project. And then the city of Fillmore had their meeting, but it was really just the consent calendar, and then they had a closed session, so there wasn't a lot on their agenda for the last meeting.
And Fillmore Council meets the first and third Tuesday
of each month,
where Santa Paula meets the first and third Wednesday. Oh, okay. The Piru, I know they have their neighborhood council, and I'm not sure when they meet.
I don't either. I meant to ask Ken about that, and I forgot. So that's our council reports.
Not a whole lot. And it's winding down because in December is when both cities will appoint a new mayor and new vice mayor. So it's kind of November they're just winding down a lot of stuff, and then December is more of a ceremonial meeting for that. So November will be busy for both cities when it comes to that. And then for council meetings,
third meetings, first and third.
And then December they just have one meeting usually, and that's just a ceremonial one to bring in the new mayor and vice mayor.
And do they do that in Fillmore as well?
Because they appoint a new mayor every year.
So
there'll be one meeting in Fillmore from what I get.
Okay.
But we'll verify that. Make sure.
So, all right. By the way, the Fillmore Town Theater has got some events going on in December. And so I wanted to kind of highlight them because I know they're trying to do a lot as far as restoration is concerned for the theater. They're constantly looking for funding. But they have in December, they have a kids play called The Grunch.
Take off the Grinch.
I think so.
Nice.
I think so. It's with a U instead of an I.
What is a Grunch?
I don't know. I haven't seen that play. I haven't heard about it, but
an upset Grinch, I guess.
I guess so. Maybe it's a bunch of Grinches.
There you go. Okay.
And then they're going to be doing Rocky
Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, Rocky Horror Picture Show at the end of December. Which I don't know if do they allow the throwing of food and all that other kind of
Yeah,
stuff?
and the people dress up and
Yeah.
that's because they do
I
that
might
in
just
LA,
sit
right?
I might just sit outside the theater just to kind of see how
creative
what
people
comes
are,
out.
what goes in and then what comes out, right?
Yeah.
That's right. How they throw food and they do all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
they do. Yeah.
They do that in LA, a few times a year, or they do?
I remember one theater and they had plastic everywhere.
Oh yeah, I mean, because people
So,
get creative. And,
oh my God, it gets crazy. Toilet paper getting thrown and peanut butter.
That's when it gets that, the sticky and all that.
Yeah.
That's what it gets.
But
I honestly don't remember. I think I watched the movie once years and years ago, but I don't remember the whole concept of the movie.
I don't either. I don't think I've ever seen it from start to finish.
Well, watch it in front of at home and then throw stuff at your.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, your wife likes that. Okay.
We'll have a watch party. So,
I don't mean to catch up, but the theater, I know Sean McCulley, who's the owner, he's really trying to turn that theater around and upgrade. There's a lot of upgrades it needs. It needs a lot of TLC. So he's being really creative as far as what he's bringing in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw some posts on Facebook of some repairs and renovations that they've started doing. And so I think one of the things I was going to talk to a friend of mine who does independent films, because he's looking for a place to do a showcase of his new release. And 300 seats, and they have a really high-end projector. Yeah. So I'm going to talk to him about maybe doing it there.
And that theater is so misleading when you walk into it downtown.
Oh yeah.
Because you look at it, you're like, it's a little theater, but then it expands out. So it's actually really a cool theater.
In Boston, it was like that. You'd see these little openings to their theaters that look like, it might be 15 feet wide. Yeah. And then you walk in and it's this 3,500 seat theater and, gorgeous building.
Yeah.
And
because everything's in the back end.
Yeah.
They built the facade in front with all the smaller shops.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really interesting how they kind of hide it.
Well, I think in Hollywood, you see the same thing. Like even the Pantages Theater. I mean, it's a fairly smaller, but then it opens up into a wide thing. And you look at them behind it, it just sees how it's all big behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I get it. So,
but so tonight is game 5.
Yes.
Everything is all tied up. So it's like nobody played, even though they played an 18-inning game.
Now it's the best of 3. So we'll see what happens.
So that's right. We're down to the best of 3.
Yeah. So,
if the Dodgers win tonight, then all they have to do is win one game. If they lose, then they're going to have to win 2 in a row,
which will be tough.
Yep.
Which will be tough. They just, I'm a Dodger fan and it's been a little frustrating watching it. The hitting has just been not what it should be.
Oh, and from what I heard, everybody was saying, "Oh, this is going to be they're going to do a 4-game sweep."
No, I knew that going in, it wasn't going to happen because I watched the Toronto series beforehand, and there's no way. They're too good to allow that to happen.
Yeah,
and so I figured it'd go probably like 6 games. So Dodgers need to win tonight. They got their 2 best pitchers are the next 2 games. So Blake Snell tonight and Yamamoto will pitch on Friday. So hopefully that will they can do it. But man, their hitting has just been horrible. That's what's hurting them right now.
Well, in Piru, I'm sure they have watch parties going all over the place. But if you are in the Piru area, they have Corazon de Piru, which is a cafe and bar.
Yeah.
They will be having a watch party. They have like 4 or 5 TVs that will be in each of the rooms.
Yeah.
And they're going to have, so they're doing a watch party tonight. Normally they're not open on Wednesdays, but they're doing that tonight. And then for game 6, they're going to actually have a band as well as a Halloween contest.
Nice.
While the game's going on as well. So
wow.
It should be a very interesting place to be.
A party over there.
Yeah.
And I know in Fillmore, Red Engine Brewery they have a larger screen they bring in. And then they partner with, I think, R&Q Kitchen to help stuff too. But that's one of the locations in Fillmore.
Now, does the brewery have a full menu?
They have more. They do pizzas, and it's all. I think it's a limited menu, but they do. Their food's really good though too.
Okay.
But they've done it where they brought in other people to come.
So
in
like the kitchen at the Chevrolet.
Yeah, they've done some stuff, some partnerships and stuff as well.
Bring them in and help.
Yeah,
beef up the menu.
But they have. I mean, they have great pizzas. They have. I think they do wings and salads and stuff like that. So
finger food kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and,
your typical bar type food and stuff. So. But yeah, they're a great facility there. If you haven't been there, it's right off the highway. They have great beer. Their beers. Did a sampling of beer this past Sunday, and some really good seasonal beers there.
Really?
So, yeah. So if you're
how many different?
They've got a ton of different beers there. Ton.
Yeah, I went to the Yard restaurant. I've never been there before.
Yard House.
Yeah, and they literally have like 100 taps that just go 20 feet long.
Yeah, you see their beer menu, it's like, well, it's like a whole page, but
so no. Is Red Engine kind of the same way? Do they have a lot of different taps? Or
I want to say they probably have 20 plus taps there.
Wow.
I don't know if they have them all at the same time, but you just see a whole row of them right there.
Right.
But Preston, the owner, he's great. He's really community oriented. He's trying to get Fillmore on the map as well. So good to see that.
Yeah, he and Ken Wiseman and Piru talk with each other a lot and Ken tries to coordinate his events around Red Engine, because when Red Engine does an event, he tends to pull all the people.
Yeah, because Fillmore and Piru are kind of connected, so it's like the same people will support both.
Yeah,
so you try and make sure that you work together on that. So
yeah, and that's, I think, one of the things that we hope to do in the future is a community-wide calendar that people can start really looking at organizing their events based around other things that are happening within the city, making their event more successful and helping make the other people's events successful by not piggybacking or doubling up on them.
Yeah, it's always been a challenge, even when I was with the chamber in Santa Paula. I mean, trying to get trying not to have 2 or 3 events on the same day. That always makes it challenging.
Yeah.
Because we want every event to be successful, and we were well aware of what's going on in Fillmore. We don't want to step on some major event that they have and stuff. So because the same people support everything. Yeah,
and if you double up on the events, then everybody's going to have an okay event.
Well, they have to make a decision. What are they going to do? Support one or the other, or they like I said, they maybe support a little bit for each, and that so
that's hard to do.
Yeah, it is.
So by really looking at the Valley's calendar, hopefully we can make it to where people will be more successful, because we're not doing major events on top of each other, so that people don't have to make that choice.
Yeah, I know we're going to work on putting a really robust community calendar where it'll make it easy for people to just reference or add something to it and stuff. So we'll come up with something cool that they can come and check out, and then even a place to submit and stuff. And if there's something that might be overlapping, we can have a conversation with them and say, is that a for sure date, or can we look at something? Because there is something major going on,
Right.
People would always call me. It's like, hey, is there anything going on this date? And it's like 6 months down the line. I'm like, as of right now, no, do your thing,
Right.
So, but they all try to do it where they're calling each other. It's like, well, but if there was one central place, we would know that,
Right.
And so we'll work on it. It's going to come over time, but hopefully for 2026, we'll have it.
Yeah. We'll hopefully have a big announcement at the beginning of 2026 as well.
Should have a lot of announcements, I hope.
Yeah.
But just to finish the Dodger thing, in Santa Paula, the draft is doing their usual Dodger thing there, and then Fermentation House, Anna Cider, they're doing a watch party there too.
I noticed they did a big LED screen.
Yeah, they're doing that for all the Dodger games.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool that they're doing that. So
yeah.
So every community in the Valley is doing some kind of watch party. So you can't say there's nothing to do, for the game. There's plenty of places to go for the game.
I'm sure Park 1055's got the games
Park's
on.
got it, and some of the other restaurants throughout the Valley are probably doing it too.
Yeah. So this Thursday and Friday.
Your calendar out?
Let me double check just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday and Friday. Let's see. So tomorrow and Friday, we will be at the Glen Tavern Inn from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock doing tableside magic. So there's little table tents on your table, and if you want to see some magic or invite the magician over, you just turn that tent over, and they'll come and do 3 or 4 things while you're waiting for your food.
Who's the feature magician this weekend?
This weekend it's going to be myself and Doug Coleman.
I've heard that name before.
He's the stunt guy.
Okay.
In Hollywood.
All right.
So
does magic too?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So he will be he'll be joining me on Thursday, and then he will probably be solo on Friday. But he might be solo for a little bit on Thursday because the Santa Paula Fillmore football game is on at 7 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not Friday because it's Halloween, I assume.
Yeah, they moved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's on Thursday, and we will be streaming that on Channel 10.
Yeah, and the game will be in Ventura. From what I understand, it's Ventura High because they have a larger capacity there. That's why it's moved. So it's a neutral site game. It normally would be in Santa Paula, but they moved over there to be a neutral site. Just because there's just not enough. I mean, Fillmore and Santa Paula, they sell out every time, and this gives people an opportunity to be in attendance. And then the fact that it's live streamed now, which is cool. So, and I know they're doing watch parties, which is also cool. And
nice.
Red Engine Brewery is going to do a big watch party. They've been promoting on social media where they're inviting not just Fillmore people, but Santa Paula people to come in too. The Fillmore Alumni Association is helping put that on, but they're also inviting Santa Paula alumni. And there's a cool video where it shows the Santa Paula Fillmore alumni and Santa Paula alumni kind of sitting kind of together because there's that, small town rivalry stuff. But yeah, so it'll be cool. And then I know the draft is also, they usually show the games as well.
So with that being said, how are they going to do the baseball game?
There's no baseball game on Thursday.
Yeah,
it's a day off. So
that's perfect for them.
Exactly. I mean, you can ask for
a better.
Oh
my gosh, yeah.
Now, if it would have been game 6, that's on Halloween, so that would have been tough. Halloween, Dodger game, football game.
Oh yeah.
It would be. So I'm glad that both schools agreed to move it to Thursday, and it makes more sense that way because Friday can be a little crazy, and then people go out and do the trick or treating and all that.
Right.
Stuff too. So,
right. And to have to choose between your small hometown rivalry. Try to say that really fast. And the Dodgers, it's like
yeah. And it's fallen on Halloween before. Where I know we've gone to a friend's house for trick or treating, and not the football game, and we've had the big screen in the back. The Dodger. Well, people are giving out candy and stuff like that. And, the dads are coming up to the door like, "Who's winning? What's the score?" type thing. You can see in there. So
with the football game, you'd have to have the Dodgers on one. You have to put 2 screens together. Dodgers on one and the football game on the other.
They should put a big screen out in their front yard, so as kids are getting candy, the dads can just sit there and just kind of watch. So at least
somebody might do it.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so it'll be cool to see the rivalry game. I guess the winner gets the old leather helmet that they've been passing around forever. So it's good to see that. Yeah.
So Tim posted a good morning.
Oh, nice. Good morning.
So Tim Eubanks will be doing a segment on our new format called 10 Minutes with Tim in 3 minutes.
No, I thought we were going to do 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes with Tim in 3 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes with Tim in 3 minutes. Okay.
Or whatever, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Or your 10 minutes with 3 minutes. We'll figure it out. So
whatever it's going to be.
Exactly. We'll let him decide what it's called.
Yeah. But that segment's going to allow him an opportunity to basically say whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's good to bring in some of our citizens, and we could ask in Fillmore and Piru too. And if anybody would like to come in and give their opinion on some things and stuff.
Yeah.
As long, we keep it positive. It's constructive. I mean, it can be critical at times too, because you never know what's going on in your community.
So what I wonder is, does Tim Eubanks know another Tim Eubanks in Fillmore?
I'm sure he does. If not, I'm sure we can find out. So we can always ask the city who's their Tim Eubanks, because I'm sure the city of Fillmore knows who he is. But no, I mean, every city's got somebody that has that beat on the city and is always I don't say challenging the city, but bring things out.
Yeah.
Out in the open.
Well,
which is
you
good.
got to keep people in check,
Yeah.
and sometimes it takes somebody who can be super critical to do it.
Yeah.
He said he promises it won't be an endless rant. I want the rant, actually.
And I
It
think
doesn't have to be endless,
and
but
I
I
think
want
mid-sentence you hit the button and cut them off.
yeah, yeah, that's true. I can do that.
Ask our producer if they could do that.
Yeah,
you
Tim,
know?
I got control of the mute button.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So,
Oh, he kind of knows the female version.
nice.
That would be very
That
interesting.
would be cool. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And it's all about just bringing our community up, and we bring some items up that maybe are concerns of our community, and yeah, it's bring them to the forefront.
I honestly believe that a lot of the stuff that they might be super critical about is not just their voice, but they're the only ones who are strong enough or brave enough to stand up and make the voice.
Yeah.
So I think they speak for a lot of people. It's just that a lot of people might be too withdrawn to be able to stand up and voice that opinion.
Tim's made some great points over the last few years, and I do agree with a lot of the stuff. I disagree with some stuff he says too, but
us being paid by the city.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let him forget that one. But no, I mean, you're right. There's always somebody that's willing to stand up and say what everybody's thinking.
Yep,
and that's great for a community. That really.
So he's going to reach out to her and see if she's interested.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Maybe we can rotate every other week. We can have that.
Yeah, we'll have 2 different segments.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
we need some female blood in here.
Yeah, I always talk about balance of power. Got to have a good equal amount. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm white. You're Hispanic.
We got that checked.
Yeah.
Okay. So male,
female.
Get that checked off. Yeah. Okay. We can keep adding. We have to look at these comparisons here. So, well, I mean, I'm glad he's doing that. And I know with me now, since I am not in the role I was in, I may be a little more critical of things. You never know. So I'll at least bring things to the forefront. You never know.
Okay.
So, so it just depends. Don't make me upset.
So the show could get a little spicy.
It could get spicy, and I'm sure you have a rant every once in a while in you.
I don't. I'm so.
You got some bones to pick. You know that. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm so passive.
We got to channel that in.
Yeah, we need to do something.
We got to give you 2 minutes too. So to do your editorial, So, but no, I think it's good. I'm glad we're expanding our horizons, and it's good to bring in other people to talk. And at some point we'll also bring in businesses to talk.
Right.
That's kind of our goal, to bring businesses throughout the valley to come in. Maybe bring in some elected officials like we did before with the old show.
Yep.
And just start talking. We may want to bring in the new mayor in each city when they
absolutely
get elected, and just kind of talk about things that are going on in their cities and their communities too.
Absolutely. Carlos was, I believe, our first guest.
Yeah.
And so he will be mayor come December, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. And then, if it all works out, and he would be more than happy to come back.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Yeah, and I think last time we was here, he was talking about Oddfellows, which was good.
Yeah.
So maybe we can bring him back as that, and then hopefully the new mayor of Fillmore too. We can bring in. We should bring Ken also.
We should bring Mayor Ken in. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the king of Piru. The self-proclaimed mayor of Piru. So
exactly.
So it's good to bring him in too and talk about all the great things they're doing.
All right. Well, I know we touched on some of the events. We got 1 minute left. What else is happening?
Okay, so a couple things, and I took some. No, so if I could ever get my phone to work here. So tonight there's a couple things. Fillmore's doing their trunk or treat in downtown on Central Avenue. That's from 6 to 8. So if you're interested, and go down to Fillmore, and they're going to have a lot of treats for the kids and probably some games and stuff as well. So go check that out. There's also a Dia de los Muertos event tonight in Santa Paula at the high school in their center courts. That's from 4 to 8 p.m. So go check that out. That's a free event as well.
And what is that event?
It's like a Day of the Dead celebration. So they're doing that, free candy, and they're going to have some other things for the kids. So go check that out. And then, this weekend, there's a lot going on. The Dia de los Muertos celebration. in Santa Paula. That happens every year, where the Agriculture Museum, the Art Museum, and the Pierce Brothers Cemetery all get together, and they partner together, and they have celebrations the entire day, all throughout the day.
And that's on Saturday?
That's on the 2nd, on Saturday. So it has here Sunday, November 2nd. So I'll have to verify. I'm looking at their things. So,
yeah, Saturday is the first.
So they might be in Sunday the 2nd. Okay, so
Yeah.
it is Sunday the 2nd. They're going to have, well, I'm off. So the Art Museum from 12 to 3 is going to have a celebration, and they're going to do some arts and crafts for the kids and stuff as well. From 12 to 3 at the Agriculture Museum, they're going to have craft making, music. They have the altar that they usually set up there, so they have that, face painting and other things. And then at the cemetery, they have from 11 to 5, they have the big altar that they have as well, but it's a huge day-long celebration to honor those that have passed. And so there's a ton of people there. It is massive what they have there, and it's just so great what they do there, and how they bring in, and they help honor people, our loved ones that have passed. And so it's a really, really great celebration there. So
cool.
And then also, what's my other one? I got one more here. The Aviation Museum on Sunday also, they're going to do their usual open house, and that is from 10 to 2. So they're going to have games. They have a contest, and they have the hangars are open. So it's kind of cool to see that as well. So there's a lot going on this weekend.
All right.
A lot happening. So you got to go check it out in all 3 communities. There's a lot happening.
Yeah. Watch out for kids.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of kids out on Friday.
Friday night. Just be aware of your surroundings and slow down. There's a lot of people that just drive way too fast in our communities.
Yep.
Just be very careful. So,
and don't forget Sunday, set your clock back an hour.
You get an extra hour of sleep.
Fall back.
Yeah, extra hour of sleep.
Yep.
Look at you. There you go.
I'm very much aware of when that date happens. I look forward to that extra hour.
There you go. So, no, good.
All right. Well, that wraps up episode 1. It is officially in the can.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We will be on Wednesday. Next week, we're going to be on Thursday at 11 instead of Wednesday because of a scheduling conflict.
Yep.
But it will normally be at Wednesdays around 11 o'clock. And hopefully we'll have a lot more guests. So stay tuned and stay safe.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.